Years back, I left my country for a job I was recruited for in France. It was my first time traveling abroad, and I didn't think my first foreign trip would be to a country over 8,000 kilometers away. I know it's something a million people have felt before me, but the feeling of excitement for a new start, but also the fear of fitting in, is something I'll never forget. It was the first time I was experiencing it. My life back home was pretty decent. In one of the poorest countries of the world, I had the privilege to have good food, both parents caring for me, a house, and even a car. We were far from being rich, but when you have those things in a country where poverty is such at a high rate, it's definitely a privilege. But at some point, I needed some change. From my childhood to my young adult life, I had always lived in the same room, in the same house, in the same neighborhood of the same city. So when the opportunity presented itself to go see some new horizons, I took it. I would lie if I say I didn't hesitate. It's always a tough choice leaving your parents, your friends, every experience you've ever had, and everything you've ever lived behind. When you leave a developing country and you land in Paris, it's definitely a big change, even a bit of a shock. The fast life, the buildings, the culture. I thought I was gonna end up here, but 3 months after arriving, I got moved to a much more rural and convivial city, Nantes. Nantes is definitely still a big city, but it has less the feeling of that fast life and rush you can feel almost everywhere in Paris. The best way I could describe it is that it's more family-oriented and more open to social connections, and definitely less skyscrapers. So I arrived, and I didn't know a single person. I'm not gonna lie, from first impressions coming from Paris, I didn't like it that much. Too silent, too dull, maybe too boring. But then things started to come slowly. From one connection to another, I started making some friends. And even family. And I slowly started to like how the city brought some kind of peace in a daily life. One thing though is that Nantes is under the Atlantic weather, so it does rain a lot. Luckily, I'm working remote 4 days out of 5, so I don't really mind it. I would even say the mood you get from working inside when it's raining is kinda nice. And it makes you appreciate going out even more. As far as I can remember, I've always been a person that likes balance and structure. Today, as an immigrant, I'm trying to find that balance between work, personal life, and trying to work on personal projects. And it's definitely not easy. For those trying to find that balance, you know the daily struggles we go through every day. But now that I'm settled, is that it? Have I made it? I'm a software engineer, and I love what I'm doing. But through the years I've been doing this job, I've had a lot of bad experiences alongside the good ones, either with clients or companies. Since some time now, programming has become very boring to me, probably because of the corporate life, or the redundant tasks that I have, or even having to deal with all types of people, which I think is really unfortunate knowing how I had so much passion for it in the start. Seeing how every day was starting to get repetitive, I needed something that would get me out of it. As much as I liked coding, I didn't see myself working corporate all my life until my 60s. And I see it coming. Why not try freelance? Well, as a matter of fact, I was freelancing already before I came here in France. And even though I earned a lot more than working corporate, it was a lot of pressure, a lot of sacrifice time, and cherry on top, you always have to be nice to clients even when they're being straight which happened quite sometimes, so no, freelancing was off the charts for me. But I definitely didn't want to give up on coding, because as I said, it's really one of the few passions in my life that really stuck with me. I spent a lot of time on YouTube watching all types of videos and stumbled upon more and more creators with programming skills building their own startups while sharing the whole process. You know that feeling when as soon as you see something, it sparks something inside you? Well, that's what happened for me. I instantly related, and after some thought, I knew I had to dive in it. So I started doing a lot of research around the subject. I would love feeling again the thrill of working on something that excites you. Working towards a goal that's not clear whether you're gonna make it or not, which is definitely one of life's greatest journeys, I think. And with the state of today's AI coding agents, things have gotten even more interesting. But being able to even just make a living from it will give me much more freedom and time for me to explore my other passions and spend more on things that I think are more important in life than always working. So yeah, since some time, I'm now working on my personal SaaS projects as a side gig. Every journey has so much ups and downs, including mine. That's why I want to document a bit how I'm trying to build my business while also working full-time, trying to assimilate the culture and hanging out with the friends and family I made here. Hopefully you guys can draw some useful inspiration from it, and maybe some of you will even relate. Anyway, for those interested, I will try to post my journey here as much as I can. As a foreign worker, I found getting to start a business is definitely much harder and challenging, but not less interesting. So, thank you for watching my first ever YouTube video. I'm excited to show you what's next, and I'll catch you guys later.